Welcome back to the Tidwell Taste Store, ladies and gentlemen. We thank you for joining us. And it's just me here tonight. I'm going to do a wine for you. Hope you enjoy it. This is a Malbec from Argentina. Now, a little bit about Malbecs before we get started. The Malbec grape actually originates from the northern Burgundy region of France, although it is currently sparingly used throughout France, and it is known as pretty much the Argentine grape at this point. It's one of the 6 grapes that are allowed in Bordeaux red blends, the others being Cabernet Sauvignon, Cabernet Franc, Petit Verdot, Merlot, and I believe the last one is Carmenere. Pretty much, Malbec is, flavor-wise, spicy, zesty, a little earthy, and just a rich, robust, dark berry flavor is very typical of Malbecs. Malbecs in France, as I said earlier, are not that popular these days. They were popular prior to 1956. In that year, a frost, as it was colder than usual in those regions in France, frost killed off about 75% of the vines of Malbec, and since then it has really not gained its esteem back. That's one thing about Malbecs that are somewhat, they're basically a somewhat temperamental vine. They're very susceptible to grape diseases, frost, rot, all kinds of other viticultural hazards, and are known to need a lot of sun, which unfortunately France does have a hard time providing. Along with those lines, the grapes in Argentina have had DNA testing done in recent years about them, and they're known to be tighter clusters of grapes and with smaller grapes individually, and it's come to find out the Malbec, as France used to know it, may actually be the Argentine variety now. Basically, they had a disease called phylloxera in France that killed off, they're thinking now, all of their Malbec as it was back then. And basically what it was is this little insect went up into, or actually shot venom into the vines of the Malbec, and being susceptible as it is, killed off pretty much all the French Malbecs of that nature at the time. So, that's an interesting little tale about Malbec. Malbec is by far the most widely produced wine in Argentina at this point, and is pretty much known as Argentina's baby of their wine industry. This right here is the Maipe variety from Mendoza, Argentina, a great wine growing region, and it's a 2011 variety. The description reads, "Maipe was the lord of the winds for the ancient Andean Indians. We still invoke its name to clear the skies after heavy rain or to temper the summer heat. This wine, son of the sun and the winds, is produced from grapes grown at the foothill of the Andes Mountains at an altitude of 3,000 feet above sea level. Its intense color and aromas are the expression of the soils and sun that gave it birth. It's estate bottled by the Chacana Winery Group, which was started by Juan Pellizzati, I believe his name is, in 2002. Maipe, as it says here, means Lord of the Winds. 13.5% alcohol by volume from Mendoza, Argentina. This Malbec uses 35-year-old vines, and 10% of it in each bottle is aged in American oak, so it gives it an oaky flavor. Very nice, robust, rich, dark berry smell, almost similar to like some sort of a lighter Cabernet or lighter Zinfandel. Very, very nice. Very nice Malbec. Malbecs are great if you like a really zesty, peppery flavor, especially right up front, and then you get the dark berry mixed in there, and it makes it really rich, really flavorful, and zesty if you like that sort of thing, which I do in wines. Like I said, it's made by the Chacana Wine Group. Chacana means Southern Cross to the Incans, and it was interesting, the day that the winery was founded was actually the day of the Chacana for the Inca people, unbeknownst to the starter. So, pretty much this wine, as I described, it would be great with stuff like red meats or any sort of just really spicy, zesty foods, Cajun, Indian, any sort of really rich flavored spice foods. As it stands, this wine is definitely an 8.5. If you like red wines that are spicy, have that good amount of zest to them, and just are really rich, dark berry forward, check out the Maipe Malbec, an 8.5 for me. Somewhere along the lines of a light to medium-bodied Zinfandel, maybe mixed with a bit of spicy Cabernet, something of that nature. So check out the Maipe Malbec. We thank you for joining us, and we hope you'll stick around for more.